Today's story is about Cornel West and his cemetery clothes, a childhood that refused to salute. Cornel West has worn the same black three-piece suit almost every day of his life. He calls them a cemetery clothes, a quiet declaration that he is always ready to stand with the dead. That readiness began when he was just 8 years old in a Sacramento classroom in 1961. The teacher told the children to rise and salute the flag. Cornel stayed seated. Why? Because he already knew what that flag could do to a black body. His own great uncle had fought in World War I, returned home to Jim Crow Texas in uniform, and was lynched from a tree. The mob wrapped the American flag around his body as he hung. That story lived inside Cornel like a stone in a shoe. So when the teacher demanded a salute, he refused. She slapped him. He hit her back. A sharp counterpunch he later compared to Joe Frazier. The classroom erupted. His brother Clifton rushed in with friends, and suddenly black children and white teachers were clashing in a small rout. Cornel was expelled. No other school in Sacramento would take him. At home, his father whipped him, not for refusing, but for striking a teacher. His mother Irene didn't cry. He demanded the district test his IQ. He scored above 160. They quietly transferred him to a school on the vanilla side of town. But the lesson had already been learned. Symbols are never just symbols when they've been used against your people. Cornel carried that truth everywhere. At John F. Kennedy High School, he became student body president and fought for Black Studies courses. At 17, Harvard admitted him on scholarship. He graduated magna cum laude in 3 years. Princeton made him the first African American to earn a doctorate in philosophy. The boy expelled for refusing to salute became a professor at Yale, Harvard, Princeton, Junior Theological Seminary, even the University of Paris. He wrote Race Matters, Democracy Matters, and more than 20 other books. And through it all, he wrote Say He Wore the Same Black Suit, a tribute to jazz musicians, a nod to his grandfather, Reverend C.L. West, and a reminder that these were his cemetery clothes. His mother still put out a flag every 4th of July. For her, it meant survival. Her husband had nearly died in the Jim Crow army, fighting under that same cloth. For Cornel, the flag meant something else, a symbol of both love and cruelty, a cloth that could drape a grieving mother's porch and a lynching tree. He got a whipping that night in 1961. He did not change his mind. 65 years later, he still hasn't. It is not the story you find in most American textbooks. It's a story of how a child's refusal to salute shaped a man's lifelong defiance, and how Cornel West cemetery cloth reminds us that history is never just history. It lives in the fabrics we salute, the suits we wear, and the choices we make. Thank you for watching, and do subscribe, and see you in the next story. Bye-bye.